This whole season has been bananas. I've loved almost every second of it. But then you lost me on that finale. What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. Let's just get right into the final episode of The Boys. Now, like I said in the beginning of this video, I liked the whole season. I had no idea where they were going to go. I loved it. There was a lot of surprises. That's what makes the show so good, is all the surprises and so many twists and turns. Where's this going? Where's this going? But I think they shot themselves in the foot with all of that, especially with this finale. And I will get into my details in a second. But yes, I just want to let you guys know from the jump that yes, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. But
here's the deal.
Let's talk about that CGI, right? Okay, most shows, they're not going to have movie quality CGI, visual effects of that nature. The Boys, on the other hand, these shows are getting more and more money, so their visual effects are looking better and better. They're not campy CW, but again, they're not quite as good as the movies, as an Avengers or Zack Snyder's Justice League. They're not up to that level, but The Boys, early on, I'm like, man, this is really pushing the envelope. The CGI, the visuals are really good. And what you'll notice in a bunch of these shows is when they have money like that to spend on them, but they don't have that much, is they won't show too many action scenes where they're using that budget. You know, it's more practical set pieces and using wires and stuff of that nature. But in the beginning, yeah, I felt like, especially the third episode, that it was CGI heavy and it looked really good. Then you go to the final episode, the final couple battles here or there, and it was a lot of visual effects, and I just felt like they were poor. They were really piss poor. Didn't really take me out of it that much. I'm just pointing out something that I feel like they could have done better with. It's like they spent all their money early on in the process, and then they got to the end, and they're like, "Oh, this is what we're going to give you." Let's talk about Homelander. Homelander as a character has developed, but then he kind of fell back. He's kind of been over here, over there, all over the place. You know, you really want to hate that guy, but at the end of the show, you kind of felt like you felt like sympathy for him. Like, you're kind of like, man, like, it really sucks to be Homelander. Like, he just was put in this situation, and it kind of just messed them all up, and that's why he is who he is. But let's just talk about all the times where Homelander should have just messed everyone up. He was put into so many situations where he's just like for instance, that crowd, he had that dream, that vision where he's just going to blow everyone up in the crowd. He was going to heat vision them all, and he never did it, which again was a good move on his part because he cares about his appearance so much. Again, he has so many opportunities to kill people or to kill the Butcher, and he never does. And at the very end, he's faced with another chance to easily kill Butcher. Not even like, it just should have happened instantaneously because of what happened. Because his girlfriend Stormfront was completely messed up. Now the girl that he got pregnant, Butcher's wife, is dead. He could have easily killed Butcher in 2 seconds, and he didn't. And then Maeve shows up, and she's like, "You're not going to want to do that. I've got evidence against you." He should have just been like, "No, screw that. I don't care. I'm on my own now. Kill Butcher, done." But he did not do that. I hate when there's outs like that. But again, now Homelander is in a situation where he's still in control of the Seven, and now it's like in season 3, what do they do now? He's in control of the Seven still. He's still Homelander, but then you have like the whole team is pretty much against him now. So it's like, what are they going to do with that in the third season? Like, are the Boys still going to try to like take him down? I just don't know where they go from there. Okay, this is a big spoiler. I mean, I guess this whole episode has been a spoiler, so I'm sorry to that point if you haven't seen the final episode. But this is a big one. You find out who was blowing off all of the heads, and you find out that it was Victoria Newman. Big shocker. No one knew that. I thought it was the chick that was from maybe a couple episodes before the finale, where they were in like the psych ward or whatever you want to call it for superheroes and villains or whatever, and she was just blowing people up with her mind. I thought it was her. And they also had that scene at the end of that episode where you saw her get into a car. So like, oh, okay, she's the one blowing up heads. But that was clearly a setup to make you think that. No, it was Victoria Newman. which again is very interesting. Why did you kill certain people when you're trying to take down Vault, and you don't kill Homelander, you don't kill Stormfront unless you tried and it just didn't work on them? I don't know why, but you didn't kill them. So is this all a front of why you want to take down Vault? Do you not want to take them down? Do you like? I don't understand your angle. Another question that we'll clearly find out in the next couple seasons just kind of confused me. Like that was a big surprise. I mean, yeah, that was a shocker. But at the end of the day, again, it's like, why? But why?
Why though? Why though?
And sure, we'll get those answers, but still, didn't really make much sense to me. Let's get into Stormfront. Okay, Stormfront came out of nowhere in this season, and she was just so powerful. And then you peel the layers back, and you find out where she came from. She's over 100 years old. She's working with the Nazis, this and that. But the thing is, she's very powerful to the point where it seems like she's more powerful than Homelander. But Homelander decides to join her side and become boyfriend and girlfriend, which is all fine and dandy, whatever. But let's go back to early on where she was just dominating anyone. Like literally she can kill anyone she wants in seconds. Very easy. Done, 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 done. Then we have a Stormfront fight against the boys and Starlight. Now we know Starlight can kind of hold her own, but again, her powers have been dumbed down and looks like she could barely do anything. So she wouldn't completely die from Stormfront. She would actually give Stormfront somewhat of a challenge. And then there was that cool moment where you had Stormfront was fighting against Maeve, Starlight, and the female that's with the boys. I can just, she wanted her Stormfront revenge, and she can just pretty much break anyone's neck, anyone's bones very easily. So that was a cool scene. But what I'm trying to get at is the fact that Stormfront uses her powers to get some of the boys away who do not have superpowers. You have Frenchie, Mother's Milk, and you have Huey, and she uses her electrical powers to get them away because they're all shooting at her. And she just, and they fly back, and they're all okay. They just got electrocuted from Stormfront, and nothing happened at all. They just dusted it off and got right back up. A situation like that, Stormfront wants to easily kill them. She's tired of this. She's done with them. She's pissed off. She's more angered than before. Very easily could have killed them, and she did not. I hate when that happens in a movie, show, whatever. That really, really pisses me off how the powers get dumbed down. They're taking a character, and they want to show you how strong that character is. Early on, they show you that she can literally just look at someone and blow them up. And that easy. And then later on, you see that, oh no, I want to keep those guys away from me, so I'll electrocute them, and they don't really get electrocuted. They just fly back, and then they're fine. They get back up. That doesn't work with me. That really annoys me is how they dumb down her powers just for that fight, so those characters would stay alive. I hate that. To me, I wish they would have just all died, because then it would be like, oh, okay, it makes sense, but it didn't make sense. It just made sense for the story, for those main characters to stay within the story, and that really annoys me. And the last point I'm going to make, and I've already kind of made this point, is like Butcher. How is Butcher still alive? They took his wife away from him for the second time because he originally thought his wife was dead, and now in the second season, she does die. And he gives the boy up. He gives Homelander's son up to, I guess, the CSI or FBI. I don't know whatever they are. He gives them up. And now it's like, what does Butcher do now? He should have been killed multiple times, and he never was. He had the fight with Black Noir, didn't kill him. Because again, this show just loves blackmail. That is their biggest thing. Like, I got blackmail. Oh, okay. Don't do anything. Don't do anything to them. It's all about the seven. We got to keep Vault looking good. So it just amazes me again how these characters stay alive in a situation where you have the seven that is after them, and then they all survive. They all some way somehow survive. But my biggest problem with this season is just, I thought it was great. I know I'm pointing out all the negatives. I'm just saying the final episode just kind of rubbed me the wrong way, and it was a big disappointment for me. Me personally, you guys might have loved it, but I'm just saying, for me, it was underwhelming. It wasn't a bad episode. It was not. I just thought there was a lot of question marks, a lot of loose ends, and it didn't really tie any things up. It just made things worse. So now, where do they go from now? They'll have the third season. We know it's going to happen. But where do they go now? And what do they want to do now? because now there's this team. Now, like, the boys are pretty much the guys that are keeping the superheroes in check. And unless Homelander goes crazy, everyone on the Seven is kind of in line with that. Starlight, Maeve, now you have A-Train is back in, and Stormfront is locked away. She's like a vegetable now. And then Black Noir ate a peanut, and now he's in a hospital, but he'll be back. But he's still one that, you're not quite sure what he's going to do because he doesn't talk, and you don't know, what side he's really on. But it seems like he's completely on Vault's side. So yeah, a lot of question marks, and that's why the finale didn't really do it for me. But hey, I enjoyed the season overall, and I'll be back for season 3, and I'm really looking forward to it. I just don't know what they're going to do. That being said, thanks for watching the video, and please subscribe, and please become a Patreon supporter of mine, because that helps me, and in return, I can help you. And as always, guys, see you next time. Bye.